When you love black women, you tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Welcome to my Sexist Womanist Bohemian channel. This is Pink Chill Soft Divest. Yes, this is a black woman's empowerment swirling channel. Tokens. Part 2. Part 1 is in the description link. If you haven't, go ahead and look at that video. Part 2, your white girlfriends, your non-black girlfriends in general. I've already spoken about the fact that your intuition is queen in all of your interactions across the board as a divested woman. I define divestment as withdrawing support and love and yourself from people who do not reciprocate across the board. It's not just not hanging out with whack black people. It's not hanging out with whack anybody. When you're around your girlfriends, just sit there. It comes from the sky and you'll get a funny feeling. Intuition is knowing, but you don't know how you know, but you know. It's called that funny feeling. Always listen to the funny feeling and make sure when you are socializing with white women, and white is the default, okay? You are not used as a security guard. Like when you go to the clubs, don't stand up and defend these ladies. Actually, when you go out, step back, let them go through the door first. Don't be the blustery, genteel, jovial black lady. I got it handled. Come on, ladies. Being the tour director, step back and watch them. Okay, this is not about being paranoid. This is being in charge of your feminine intuition so you don't get played as a token by white women who really don't like you and just want to use and exploit you. You will know if you're a token when you're out and you show up and you know you look good and they don't say, oh, you look nice or you smell good. Your girlfriends, cool girlfriends of any race are going to compliment you. If you're out with these white women and they never compliment you, that's a red flag. If you're out and you're socializing, say you're at a museum, you're at an art gallery, and you say, hey, here's my friend Jane. Okay, it's Jane's turn. Jane knows somebody. She's supposed to say, hey, come here, meet my friend Dee Dee. Jane never introduces you to anybody. Token status. Jane never compliments you. Token status. And watch their body language. Watch how they're looking at you. Just feel the energy of the women you're around when it's time to let them go. Do it like a lady. Don't curse them out saying, yeah, I don't want to hang out with you because every time I go out, you be up in the men's spaces and you don't even introduce me to anybody. You don't have to say anything. You know how to ghost people. You've been ghosted. Ghost them. Ghost them. And also, when you're out going out dancing, don't be the main one getting up there dancing. Hold back. Let them go first. Let them go first so you are not used as a racial token, as a bombastic twerking, introducing everybody to everybody, the tour director, black woman. You never want that. A real friendship is reciprocity. She shows up and her hair is fly. You say, oh, Jane, your hair looks pretty. And then she's supposed to turn around and say, oh, I love your perfume. You smell great tonight. That is what female friends do, that reciprocal code. I'll give you an example from my life. I have a new friends group. I'm a widow, new friends group here in San Francisco, and I vet all my friends. As I said, I have a reciprocal code across the board, black, white, Asian. I don't care what race you are. I treat everybody the same. I have the same standards and expectations of social niceties. So I'm around this woman and my pink is my power color. I started the world's first pink color therapy experiment for black women way back in the year 2005 with my pink open to the public art studio here in San Francisco. And I brought the pink color therapy experiment to Facebook with my pink-based black woman swirl page, Black Women with Other Brothers. I did that in 2012. Yeah, that said, pink is my power color. I show up in pink. I know I'm looking cute. And there was a woman that we were kicking it out. We went to like a street fair. I know I was looking nice. People said, oh, pretty colors. You look nice. And I'm like, okay, is she going to say anything? She didn't say anything. She just like, ha, 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 looking at the sky. I'm like, okay. So I didn't compliment her either, right? Then one fine day, I get a direct message from her on Twitter. And she says, guess what, Dee Dee? Good news, Dee Dee. Guess what? I'm like, what? I'm going to buy some pink cowboy boots. I'm going to buy some pink cowboy boots. Are you following this entire thread, everything that I'm saying? So then that's when the choice comes in. She showed me. She wasn't going to compliment me when I'm looking good. She wasn't going to acknowledge that I look pretty and feminine, but she was going to exploit my energy and use it to upgrade herself and expect me to praise her. Yes, ladies. How did I handle that? I didn't acknowledge that at all. I said, oh, yeah, well, today I'm doing this. I ignored it. I stopped talking to her. I never saw her out. I never invited her to anything. Does this make sense to you? You have a right to be culturally competent. You have a right to be divested. You have a right to explore diversity. And you are in charge with who you allow to be your friends and in your friend circle. And the number one thing that a friend is supposed to be is supportive and complimentary. If your girlfriends are not complimenting you in any way, why are you hanging out with them? Okay? Why are you hanging out with a girlfriend who is not complimenting you? Well, that is Token Part 2 here at Pink Chill Divest. I appreciate you.